Well, hello my fellow friends, YouTubers, and of course you all know the drill. Shh, no family. As you can see, it's time for another long one, because I have my cigarette, I have my comfortable sitting position, and it's time for a long one. So what is it today that I want to talk about? Well, only one of the biggest revelations I've had in years. And this is not something I'm over exaggerating. I literally almost got in an accident with my scooter because I was thinking about what I realized and how I was gonna phrase it. I actually almost got in an accident, but I'll start at the beginning. Earlier today, I was just annoyed with being cooped up in the house and just not going anywhere. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a walk. And yeah, I went to my mom's house, dropped my helmet off there, and basically started walking. And I got lost. And for the people who kind of know me, I have a terrible sense of direction. A really terrible sense of direction. So I was forced to walk around in the forest aimlessly, just wandering. And when I walked in the forest, that was the same forest that I grew up in. Like, I didn't live in the forest, but I lived on the forest edge. And I was walking in that forest. And I realized everything looks so different. Everything looks new, fresh. Like, it just didn't feel like it used to feel. And I started thinking, the last time I lived in that place, I was 16. I was 16, that's like 5 years ago. Well, almost 6, because I'm almost 22. But I was 16 when I no, I didn't move out of the house, but I was 16, went on a vacation, and in that vacation I turned 17. And when I was 17, my dad got ill and there was this whole mess, but I didn't live at home. Nobody of us did, because my mom was near my dad. But I was 16 when I last was in that forest and in that neighborhood. And just so much had changed. Like, the little kids that used to play in the streets were now early teenagers doing homework and stuff, and they've grown, well, not, they haven't grown up, but they've grown older and wiser, and I still see them as the kids from back then. And it's just, everything felt so, I felt so alienated from everything. I always thought that that neighborhood and the house I grew up in, which I saw, and I've posted a photo on Instagram of it, you can find the Instagram link down below. But I always thought that neighborhood would be my home. I've never had any reason to suspect I wouldn't feel at home anymore. But I didn't. I didn't feel at home. In fact, it felt so strange. It actually made me very nervous, like being in a new place nervous. Because everything had changed. Not the surroundings, but the people there. Even the house I grew up in looked different. Different front door, different different front yard. Everything looked different. And that's when something hit me. It just hit me square in the face. And it's that life, for the most part, is memories. And I'll tell you why. Everything changes. Nothing stays the same. Whether it's a subtle change or a big change, nothing stays the same. And everything evolves naturally. You know, when I say evolve, it looks like I'm talking about Pokemon, but I'm really not. But everything happens in its own pace. And the fact that I didn't feel at home anymore in the place I grew up in, where I spent 16 years of my life. Well, 14 and a half, because I was 1.5 when I moved in there, but that's not important. But everything, I have changed. And I was shocked by the changes I felt within me. Because it doesn't matter that I've changed. But the scary part is, I didn't realize I was changed. For so long, I have tried to hold on to the person I was. You know, I was untouchable, I was unbreakable, I could handle every situation. I could, you know... Sorry, that was my phone. But I could pretty much face every situation and not shrink away from a challenge or an obstacle. I would face my problems head on. But in the last couple of years, I have lost that ability. And I've tried so hard to regain that ability. To regain, you know, the strength in which I fought everything, in which I rebelled against my problems, and I don't have that strength anymore. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because what happened in like the last couple of years, I have started to get in touch with my emotions and my feelings. And I'm not saying I understand them or, you know, I know how to deal with them, but I feel them, and that's a change with the past. When I was younger, I was heavily depressed and suicidal, and I didn't feel anything. I was just empty, just utter blackness, darkness. I couldn't feel shit. My life was completely black. But now there's color in my life. Now I have a purpose. Now I have people who care about me, friends. I have my family. I have counselors who are trying to help me. So much has changed. And even I have changed, and I didn't realize it. And I know now that I'm not the person who I used to be. I know now that I need to rediscover myself. Who am I today? Who will I be tomorrow? At this point, I have more questions than answers. But that's okay. You know, you will never have all the answers. And you'll never be who you were. That's something I've learned today. And I may have changed on a subconscious level. Like, I have changed without me consciously knowing it. But there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But I've realized I have people who are willing to fight for me. Well, not for me, with me. I have people who are willing to fight with me. I have my family. I love them to bits. I have my friends. And I have more friends than I ever thought I would have, and more people that I can call my friend. I never realized it, but actually I'm a very lucky and blessed person. I don't know. It's just, I've realized so much in such a short period of time. It just hit me square in the face. But now I have to realize, and I have to find out who I am and how I want my life to be. that is something that I need to do on a conscious level, and that I'm gonna do on a conscious level. Maybe I can't do it alone. Maybe I'll need the help of my friends and family, and the people who care about me, and the people who, made it their job to help me. But I consider this a turning point. And I want to thank you all. Because I know with your help, I can make this change. And I can find out for a big part who I am, what I want to be, and how I want to achieve it. So guys, just want to say real quick, I love you. I really do. I love you all. And this is me, the Hellemander, aka Wes, Westerton, Wesmeister, Wesmando, or DJ Hell, saying again, I love you. Wait, don't do it like this. I love you. And thank you for everything that you've done, that you're doing right now, and what you will do in the future. Alright? Bye.